Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we could do a really fun video, and it's things that are my favorites that I couldn't live without. And I don't know, I've just found some really good things recently that I thought would be fun to share. So I just made myself a matcha. It looks delicious. First thing that I actually want to talk about is matcha. I've recently started drinking matcha instead of coffee because, I don't know, my thoughts are just insane all the time and my mind is all chaotic, and I'm probably, I feel like, more of a stressed person than some. And so I thought coffee's just not helping me with that, and I really just need to cut it out of my life. So when I heard about matcha, I was like, I need to start drinking matcha. And I was doing really well. I was drinking matcha for quite a while. And then my mum read some article that one coffee in the morning is actually good for you. So then I got hooked on the coffee again, pushed out the matcha, but I'm finally back where I belong, into the matcha world. And I couldn't be happier. First thing I actually want to show you guys is my matcha, and I use this ceremonial grade matcha by Matcha Lane is the brand, and the packaging is just incredible. It is so adorable. I couldn't want anything more from my matcha packet. Like, this is just incredible, and it even shows you how to make the matcha on the back, which is just so cute. Sorry, I'm shaking. And it's actually from a YouTuber that is my favourite YouTuber, Sophie Jane. And she made this matcha with her dad, which I think is just so cute, and I love it. This is definitely the best matcha. She sold out because they're so good, and I had to find another matcha. So I bought this, I think it was ceremonial grade as well, off of Amazon. I was like, it's ceremonial grade, it should be the same thing, right? And so I got it, and it was not good. It ruined matcha for me. It literally put me off matcha because it was so bad. And then I was like, oh, maybe like my taste buds just don't like matcha anymore. Maybe this is the end of my matcha career. But then restocked her matcha, so I bought one and I thought, I'm just gonna try. And I'm back to loving matcha. So this is definitely a must-have in my life. I cannot live without it. To the second thing on the list, which is the Ultra Human ring. I'm wearing it right now. I wasn't sure about this from the start. I thought they were a bit thick, and I didn't think that I'd like the feeling of it on my fingers with it being so thick. But then I was thinking, and I was talking to my boyfriend about it, and I was saying, oh, like, I really just want to be able to know how many steps exactly I do in a day, and just wanting to do anything I can to be healthy and work on my wellness. And so he actually got me the ring, which I'm so grateful for, and I was so shocked. And yeah, so there's two of the rings, I think. There's the Aura ring and then there's the Ultra Human, but I think they're both just the same. I don't really know the differences, to be honest, but I can say truthfully that I'm obsessed with this one, and I think it is a great investment. I've been absolutely loving it. There's probably people who might over obsess about it, and I don't know, that have anxiety, and then it would make them stress more and then just be checking it all the time. At the start I was definitely worried I was one of those people, because I was checking my sleep score, I was checking, was I stressed, you know, am I sick, I don't know, all that kind of stuff. But then, I don't know, I've warmed to it, and now I'm not as crazy with it, hopefully. And then next on the list for wellness kind of things is something that I've had for years now. I think I got it in COVID, and it's this Beauty by Light LED light mask, which are super popular at the moment, and for a good reason. I mean, if you get your hands on one that's good, which I honestly thought mine was bad because it it's relatively cheap compared to the other ones, and it's old and everything. I asked my my skin lady if mine was good or if I should be using them, or if, you know, if it's doing bad or something. I don't know, I was just curious. So I asked her and she said no, like they're great. She said red light is actually the best one to use, and I was using blue light for years, but apparently red light is the best one. Blue light can cause pigmentation or something. I don't really know exactly what she said, but it's not great. At least acne skin and young skin and everything like that. But red light is great for acne and producing new skin cells, I think, just anti-aging and all that. So this is the one. I definitely do want to upgrade to one of those ones that strap on the back, because this one has these little things and they just into the sides and start to hurt, and it's a bit uncomfortable to like walk around with. I kind of just have to sit there and lie down. I have seen an improvement in my skin when I use it. I usually do red light, and then you can change the setting of how high brightness, I guess, you want it, and then I usually do between 15 to sometimes like 30 if my skin's really breaking out, and I try to do it every day. If I'm doing it like every day consistently, I do 15, and then if I skip a few days, I usually occasionally do a 30-minute one. And then talking about light therapy, next on the list is actually infrared sauna, which is a very recent addition to my life, I guess. And I've started doing it once a week with my mum, and it feels incredible. We found this place down in Double Bay called The Shelter, which I didn't even know was there. And then you walk in and it has this little seating area, and it's all like wooden and island kind of vibes. Like you'd think it's out of Bali or something. It's crazy and it's so peaceful. So I've been doing that. I've been having a bit of skin breakouts recently because I was doing coffee. So cutting out the coffee has definitely been a huge thing for me and my skin. And so I was going there and it was really helping. It clears my skin. I feel alive, you know, your cheeks are all red and bright with colour. It's just, it's so good. And there's so many benefits. I'll actually get them up quickly. Alright, so infrared saunas offer a range of potential health benefits: pain relief, improved cardiovascular health, detoxification, and relaxation. It can also aid in weight management, skin health, and muscle recovery. So it is just overall amazing for your health, and it just feels amazing too. I go in there, I take my book with me so that I can get my reading in for the day, and it just feels so nice to be in heat. I'm definitely a hot girl, not a cold one. I'm not doing the cold plunges, that's not on my list. I think that there are definitely benefits to it, but I'd rather put myself through heat than cold. Now moving on to beauty and accessories. The clothing kind of thing I've put in this video is an accessory, and that is my handbag. I cannot live without this. It is from Mimco, and it has these little gold detailings, which I love because I am a gold girl, except for me literally wearing a silver necklace right now. But it is chocolate brown, which I love chocolate brown. It is leather, so it is super nice. Then on the inside there's like no pockets, but it's this really nice lining. I don't know if you can see. And there's heaps of room in here. I can fit my phone, my card, my keys, my lipstick, my Kindle. And I love the shape as well. I think it's really unique shape. And another thing with this bag is the colour and everything just goes with every outfit. You can dress it down, you can dress it up, you can wear it with like literally every colour, I swear. And I love that. So actually, I wasn't even going to put this in, but now that I'm sitting here, I'm like, actually, yeah. So first thing is this makeup bag, which I got a while ago. I just gave it a wash, so it's nice and clean. Perfect timing. and it's so cute. It has little lace detailing, a little bow. It's like pink terry toweling kind of fabric, I guess. And it's just so cute. It's called Hold On Tight is the brand. And it's just adorable. I love it. And it's also really big, this one. My other ones aren't as big, but this one I can fit so much inside. Moving on to my favorite kind of beauty things at the moment. First thing is quite recent, but I've been loving it, using it every single morning. And at first I was like, this is so pricey, I'm not buying this. But then I was like, oh, I want it. And I think it would be really nice for my self-care mornings, because I've been trying to slow down my mornings and really romanticize them. And I think this Skinny Confidential Ice Roller has been perfect. I used to have one of those ones on the handle from Amazon that you just use. Every time I put them in the fridge, it just doesn't make sense, because you're putting the ice roller onto your face that's been in the dirty fridge with like dirt and stuff. Like, how do people even put that in the fridge unless you have a skincare fridge without it getting dirty? So I think this was honestly the smartest decision, and it has two sides, which I'm obsessed with. First side, kind of, I don't know how to explain this, and you use it like this on this part of your face for like more of a sculpt, and then this one's just a flat one, so I just use it on my forehead and then in that same spot there, maybe on my chin, down my neck. Feels amazing in the morning, and I feel like I wake up really kind of swollen and like more puffy than swollen, I guess. And this just helps to take it all down, and it feels incredible, and I just feel awake and more put together. Say Star Glow Glowy Super Gel. This is one beauty product I honestly could not live without. It has been such a game changer. I got it in America at the end of last year, and I've been using it every day. This is actually a new bottle because I ran out, and it is incredible. You put it on your skin, and I've got so many compliments from using this. It just gives you the most glowy look ever. You just look like you're a glazed donut, which I absolutely love. Say is such a nice brand as well. I really want to get more of their products. They're just super natural, glowy kind of makeup look, which I definitely love. It also just makes your products sit so much nicer on your skin. Next up is this lip stain from just Amazon. The brand is called Camuse, and it's a peel-off lip liner stain. I'm trying to see, hopefully you can see that. And you just kind of put it on your lips. It looks like this. Looks a bit funny, and then and it just lasts all day, and it's just amazing. So then you don't have to reapply lip liner. I'm actually preferring it a lot to lip liner. I just put this on, and then I might even reapply it halfway through the day if I want a bit of a top up. And it's just so easy, and I also just love the colour. I got number 1, the chocolates colour, and yeah, so everyone's been using this, and I had to hop on the bandwagon, and I definitely love it. It's definitely become an essential for my makeup routine. And then last up is something that I think is a really nice little luxury thing to buy yourself. I definitely think perfume is such an amazing gift. One that I use, I got it for Christmas maybe 2 years ago from my parents, and then I didn't buy it again because it's expensive. But then I bought it for myself end of last year maybe, and I can't ever go back. It's the Coco Mademoiselle Chanel Paris perfume, and it just smells amazing. It just smells feminine and luxurious and chic all in one bottle. It just reminds me of Gossip Girl. You know how Blair just had all those little luxuries, like her sleep mask, she sprayed herself with perfume. I don't know if she even did that in the show, but I've I know she did, you know, I know she sprays herself with a nice perfume. And it's just that little luxury you give yourself, and I think it's just amazing. So I definitely love this one. It's the best perfume I've tried. So that is all for my beauty essentials. Last thing on the list is, I don't know how to describe this section, but like creative section, I guess. And I just wanted to show you guys some kind of booky things that I've been loving. So first thing is my diary, which obviously I couldn't live without. And I don't know, I've never been sure about diaries, physical ones, because I just never used them and they weren't right and they didn't have enough room to write, or I don't know. But this one I found because a Stockholm YouTuber that I follow posted it, and I was like, oh my god, I have to get my hands on this. It's this beautiful brown leather diary which says 2025 at the top in this beautiful font, and then it has your initial below. I love anything that's monogram. And then it also didn't come with this, but I bought it on the side, a matching brown leather little clip, and it has a heart on it. This diary is from the Inspired Stories. I love how this is laid out and all the little prompts it gives you. So this is the weekly agenda that it gives you, and it says like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then it has all these lines, so there's like heaps of room to write each day. And then I love how it gives you some to-dos, some little to-do boxes, which I love because then you can write what you want to get done, and then you can try to schedule it in, and then you can write your appointments on the other side. It's just perfect. And then down the bottom of each day it says best thing about today, which is just so special. And then at the end of each week it has a little weekly reflection, and also so it says your highlights and then your lessons, inspiring words, quotes or advice you want to remember, which is just so cute because then you take something away from each week, which I love. And then it has a little prompt down the bottom that's different each week as well. And then on the other side it gives you the week's intentions, your top priorities, work to do, personal to do lists, and then a habit and exercise tracking down the bottom. So here is that. And I love how it sections it into work and personal to-dos, because then your brain can kind of, you know, separate and then think of more things. I don't know. I just think it's really helpful. So I love that. And then they also do a 6-month check-in. Maybe it's 3-month. The next thing is my scrapbook, which I recently decorated in a vlog with all my stickers. This scrapbook is what I wanted to talk about, the actual journal, which I use for my daily journal as well. My daily journals, I have two. So I have one where I kind of write my prompts in, so my priorities for the day, my gratitude, affirmations, what I'm looking forward to, all of that stuff. And then I have my other little journal also from Lockterm, I hope I'm saying that right, and that's where I kind of just write freely. So I try to write in it once a day, which I don't always succeed at, unfortunately. And I just kind of write my feelings, my thoughts, if there's any inspirations, all of that stuff. And then I have this one, which is my scrapbooking one, where I do things like this and just play around and be creative. And you can get them in dots, lined, all that stuff. This one is like a bullet journal kind of one. So Lockterm, a brand that I couldn't live without. I love their diaries so much and I just use them for everything. Last thing on the list for today is, of course, some books. I wanted to share, it's kind of, I feel like it's relevant enough, but I wanted to share my recent 5-star books, and I wanted to share with you the Magnolia Parks series. And these books I am so happy that I found, and I want to share it with anyone that I can because I think that they are amazing books. If you're a fan of Gossip Girl, you are gonna love these. I swear, I just feel like I'm watching Gossip Girl again. This is the first book, just Magnolia Parks, and then they mix it up with another girl in the series that's called Daisy Hates, and they go Magnolia Parks, Daisy Hates. Each book is different, and it's just an amazing book. It's so well written, and definitely all the books that I've read from this series so far, I think I've read maybe 5 out of 7 of them. Definitely need to start reading the next one soon, and they have all honestly been 5 stars so far. And that is all of my recent favorites. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found something that you can add to your list for your birthday or Christmas, or something you can buy for a friend. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.